Hi, these comments are for NU, and I am Michael from OTC Online TOEFL Course.com. I hope that you're having a great day today. It just snowed at my house. We've had snow 3 times this week, and I live in California. How about that? Uh, okay, so I'm going to listen to the practice test now. So let me go to the rubrics, independent speaking rubrics. Let me just remind, so you say, hello, Michael. This is an independent speaking task. Please listen to it, evaluate it, and grade it. So the question here is, some students prefer to study alone and some prefer to study with a teacher. Which one do you prefer and why? Okay, here we go.
I prefer to study with a teacher rather than studying on my own. I prefer to study with a teacher rather than studying on my own because a teacher can guide you about your weaknesses and can also give you strategies to fix them. For instance, when I was preparing for my TOEFL writing, as I was not able to score above 22, I reached out to my teacher. And when she saw my essay, she helped me figure out where I was lacking and also gave me suggestions on how to improve my writing style. This really made me learn so many new things which I barely knew while I was doing it on my own. And as a result, I was able to write a much better essay after feedback from my teacher, and that really helped me to score above 25.
Yes, and I like how you gave that example. That was really effective. Using the example to help illustrate those ideas of weaknesses and strategies, right? So through the example, you illustrated both of those ideas. So there's definitely kind of a connection between what you said in the introduction and with the example that you gave. And I like how you spent 15 or 20 or more seconds to talk about that specific example. Looking at the actual rubrics here, I'm going to put you at, you had some minor word stress shifts, right? I'm going to put you at 25 to 27 points. I think it's possible you could get 26 on this. There's a couple of things that bother me about the response, and I'm going to go over these right now, but overall, it's a very good, very organized and developed response. Your topic development is absolutely outstanding in that sense. Okay, let's listen to it one more time.
I prefer to study with a teacher.
So in this case, it's I prefer. So you want to put stress on the second syllable. So make that second syllable clearer, louder, longer, and higher pitched.
Rather than studying on my own because
So it sounds like you're saying I prefer to study with a teacher rather than studying alone. ING, right? But you can't do that. You could say I prefer studying with a teacher rather than studying alone, or I prefer to study with a teacher rather than study or to study alone. So keep it parallel when you use those types of sentence constructions, right? So if you have an infinitive on one side, you need an infinitive on the other. If you have a gerund on one side, you want to use a gerund on the other.
a teacher can guide you.
See, this is where you kind of went off track a little bit. Everything sounded great. I mean, if you go back to the beginning, right?
I prefer to study.
So I, and then your example is I, but for some reason you went off track and shifted to that second person singular point of view. That is an inconsistent point of view shift, and it hurts the structure of the response. So don't randomly shift to the second person singular when there's really no reason to do that. Keep it focused on I, me.
Study with a teacher rather than studying on my own because a teacher can guide you
The teacher can guide me, you want to say,
about your weaknesses and
about my
can
weaknesses
also give you strategies
and can give me strategies.
to fix them. For instance, when I was preparing for my TOEFL writing,
So that's the only thing I recommend to help keep everything a little bit more consistent. Remember that point of view and verb tense consistency, this is a tool you can use to help organize and make things unified. So the more consistent you are in both of these areas, point of view and verb tense, I think that the more organized and the better your response is going to stick together.
As I was not able to score above 22, I reached out to my teacher. And when she saw my essay, she helped me figure out where I was lacking and also gave me suggestions.
So she helped me figure out where I was lacking and offered me suggestions. This is why I like the topic development right there. Because in the beginning you said weaknesses. So what you said here, lacking, is a synonym for weakness. So it ties back to that key point you said in the beginning. You also said suggestions. Suggestions ties back to what you said in the beginning, which is strategies. So those two synonyms, they really are effective in achieving coherence in your speaking task. So big points for doing that.
On how to improve my writing style. This really made me learn so many new things which I barely knew while I was doing it on my own.
Okay.
And as a result, I was able to write a much better essay after feedback from my teacher, and that really helped me to score above 25.
Good. So you got it. And when you say, and this helped me, you can put, and the teacher's feedback helped me too, if you want to make it a little more precise there. I think overall it's good. I'm going to say 25 to 27 points. The only thing that the human rater or the speech rater may not like is the speech rater, the artificial intelligence that scores a task. The speech rater will find some problems with your word stress, and the IBT human rater might not like that point of view shift from the I to the you point of view. That might be a couple of things, but I'm still going to put you at 25 to 26 points on this task.